Ooh. Hello and welcome back to the forest garden, where today Sam is here to play, specifically to feed the honeybees that turned up back in July in what we're calling Sam's hive. Well, it is Sam's hive because he made it, and we did feed them when they first arrived, and they did take all the sugar syrup down, and bees don't drink the syrup unless they need it, so they must have needed it. And Sam has very kindly nipped to a supermarket, bought some granulated sugar, and what's he done?
Essentially just mixed it, 1 kilo of sugar to a litre of water, put it in a saucepan, warming the water, and then just dissolve the sugar in the water so you get syrup.
Right, should we go and put it in?
Certainly. Should we have a look in the back first?
Yeah, let's have a look in the observation windows of this Warré hive. Not all Warré hives have these windows, but it's a really useful thing to do. So
usually the bees are at the top,
but they don't seem to be in here.
No bees. Some old comb.
Yep. There are a few bees looking very lazy. Try them a bit lower down. There's definitely more.
It's difficult to see with the reflection of the glass. There we go, there's one bee.
I think we will find them at the bottom. There they are.
Look at all that fresh new comb, lighter in colour. So that's what they've built since July then, because there was nothing in here when they first moved in.
Nope. But it's strange for them to all be at the bottom.
Was that just the queen I saw?
Oh,
I think I just saw the queen actually.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, she's spider-like, bigger than the rest of the bees. They're quite docile today because it's overcast and it's quite muggy, but
I'm trying to see, there's not much on the comb.
But, well, I think we'll feed them anyway, just like you say. If they don't want it, they won't take it. So we'll put it in and keep an eye on it. And also we do need to take this box off as soon as possible, just because it's...
Oh, the insulation box.
Yeah. No, the feeding...
Oh, the feeding box. Oh, I didn't realise you put an extra box on there.
Yeah, so this would normally be the top box with the sawdust in it for taking the moisture out of the hive. But because we're feeding them at the moment with this feeder...
And if we're to look down the middle, the bees have access to climb up from the top box of the hive, and they climb up and then they climb down the outside of this.
Correct.
And they can dip their proboscises in this lake of sugar syrup that's about to be there, and that's on the top, otherwise they might fall into the drink and drown. So that means they can climb back up and then back down into the centre of the hive safely. Oh, I can smell the hive.
Yes, if we lift that, you'll be able to see. So that's the top of the top bars in the top box. Usually when they're in the top, you would lift that off like that and the feeding box would become full of bees, but they, for some reason, are all at the bottom.
And despite, oh sorry, I was about to say, despite all the, what I consider false information on the internet, bees can't really smell refined sugar. They can smell natural sugars, like in nectar, as they'd find in flowers, but they're not attracted to sugar syrup unless you dribble a bit down the middle. Then they can taste it and they'll realise that it's all up here, a reservoir waiting for them, but the smell won't drift down into the hive. There is a way you can do that by putting a drop of essential oil in it, like thyme or something similar, or rose oil. Then it smells more like nectar to them and they'll be able to come up and take it. But as it is, they won't know it's here unless...
So yeah, so I've just poured a little bit down through the centre.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, sorry, I've just dropped the lid in there as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, so I just poured, you can see that it's just sort of dripping down onto the...
Oh yeah, that's what they'll need. Yeah, they'll know it's there now. And as we keep reiterating, that's the best thing about feeding bees, is they won't take it down unless they need it. So it's a great thing to do, especially seeing as the weather's now turning and their collecting season is tailing off.
I'm not sort of, I don't follow too many textbooks and bits and pieces, although I know September is a fairly standard time for feeding, especially with syrup. I think feeding with fondant is more of a winter affair, but in fact I've never done that. I think if you can feed them now at this time of year and they can get it down and stored for the winter and don't take anything away, which I don't, then they should overwinter fine.
I agree. I mean, I suppose the next collection glut that's coming up is the ivy. Many people remove ivy from their trees before the winter, but they shouldn't, because it's a great source of both nectar and pollen for honeybees. And if you ever do see honey that's made from nectar, from ivy nectar, you'll see it's very, very viscous with a very, very strong scent. But it's not the ideal time to remove honey, because that's why honeybees are honeybees, because they store enough to last them over the winter, so they can survive into the spring.
So it'll be interesting to see what happened with these bees. It seems strange to me that they're still in the bottom, but I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.
Exactly, who are we to say?
Yeah, but we'll see. They're obviously building good amount of comb, so if they can get that, and this is the second feed, so if they can get that all down, hopefully they'll have enough for the winter.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
And we'll see what happens. Oh, they're so calm today that we haven't needed our suits. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.